Now, today I'm here with Jake Dunlap, CEO of Scaled with a K, to talk about the future of sales. Welcome, Jake.
Awesome. I love that little intro music.
Thanks.
Just kind of gets you going there. It's like a little 70s like funk beat or something.
Isn't that cool? Yeah. We talked a little bit again prior to this podcast about creating a better digital presence. So, how can I or another consultant, right, or coach or anybody who's in sales optimize my digital presence or our digital presence in 2021?
I think step one is, who's your audience? Do you want to be LinkedIn famous, or do you want to be famous in your industry? This is a great stat. I did a poll. I think we had like 1,400 respondents. And I said, how do you use LinkedIn? 86% of people out of like 1,400 said they use LinkedIn for networking, news, and learning, not jobs. That was 14%. So why does your LinkedIn profile read like a resume? Yeah. You need to look like, hey, I'm not Jake Dunlap sales consulting, whatever. I'm Jake Dunlap. I help organizations generate 15% more, from their outbound efforts and close 20% more of their deals. I don't know, right? It's silly. Like, my friends, you see who's viewing your profile. You're reaching out to connect with people on LinkedIn all the time. Yeah. Why do you have the picture from your frat brother's wedding as your headshot? It's not a good look. The next step here is that you have an opinion. You don't have to be loud. You don't need to be boisterous, but there's an opinion there. You know what I mean? People want to learn from people who have value to give. It's why when you reshare posts, nobody interacts with it, because that's not you.
I feel like what gets in a lot of people's way is that they don't want to ostracize anybody, right? They don't want anyone to have a bad opinion of them, because they're thinking about their audience, like what does this type of audience like, right? And they try to be that thing that they like, and they lose that sense of authenticity. So how do you balance between being authentic and being that expert and like owning your power, and not going so far that you ostracize certain people of your audience, or don't you care? Teach me.
You can't have it both ways.
Right.
You can't have it both ways. If you want to be the man or the woman, guess what? People are going to hate you. They're going to talk shit about you behind your back. Doesn't matter what you do, right? Everyone hates from the bottom. And so you've got to realize that, what's that? It's a Chris Brown like, look at all them hating from outside of the club. They can't even get in.
I don't see how you can hate from outside of the club. You can't even get in.
Right? Like, so you can't have it both ways. If you truly say, Jake, I really want to be a thought leader in my industry, then every once in a while you're going to put yourself out there. There's not a single person you can think of one single influencer or famous person that doesn't have an equal amount of haters. You're not doing it to be some type of like blowhard or some type of, like someone who's like, you're doing it to establish yourself as a thought leader, the same way you would go speak at that speaking event that I gave you, or at the trade show. LinkedIn is just a chance to do that 24/7. If I'm in sales right now, the three things that I walk through are probably the big areas that I would start to think about. I would start to think about, what am I doing today? Am I really being honest with myself about what it is like to buy from me today? Like, is it an experience, or would I say it's meh, right? And then I think, the things we talked about with LinkedIn in particular, I think are something that is very actionable. You can go and fix your profile right now. You can go think about your headline right now. Industry expert, right? And so that would be my kind of parting points to drive home, maybe.